8 things you should never say to an Aries, understanding the fire sign's boundaries. Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, is known for its boldness, courage, and fearless approach to life. Ruled by Mars, the planet of action and aggression, Aries individuals thrive on energy, passion, and determination. They are natural-born leaders who love challenges, take risks, and always push forward, no matter what stands in their way. However, with all that confidence and ambition comes a fiery temper, impatience, and a strong desire to be in control. Aries individuals do not like being doubted, questioned, or told what to do. If you say the wrong thing to them, you might trigger their quick temper or even push them away for good. Unlike water signs that internalize their emotions, Aries has no problem expressing their frustration in the moment. They will tell you exactly how they feel, and they won't hold back. While they cool down quickly, words can leave a lasting impression on them, especially if they feel disrespected or underestimated. If you want to maintain a strong and positive relationship with an Aries, whether as a friend, partner, coworker, or family member, it's important to understand what triggers them. Here are 8 things you should never say to an Aries, why these phrases upset them, and how to communicate with them in a way that strengthens your bond. 1. Calm down, never try to control their fire. Telling an Aries to calm down is like pouring gasoline on a fire. Aries is passionate by nature, and when they get excited, frustrated, or angry, they express it fully. They don't bottle up their emotions like some other signs, they let it out, loud and clear. Telling them to calm down will only make them more frustrated because it feels dismissive. Aries wants to be heard and taken seriously, and being told to relax makes them feel like their emotions are being invalidated. Instead of shutting them down, let them vent. Once they express themselves, they usually cool off quickly and move on just as fast as they got fired up. 2. You're wrong, challenging their ego. Aries is confident and self-assured, often believing that their way is the best way. While they are open to competition and debate, outright telling them they are wrong can be a dangerous move. Aries does not like to feel like they are being talked down to, and they will not back down from an argument easily. If you disagree with an Aries, be prepared to defend your stance with strong reasoning. They respect people who can stand their ground but hate when someone challenges them in a dismissive or arrogant way. Instead of saying, "You're wrong," try presenting your perspective with logic and confidence. They'll appreciate the challenge if it's done with respect. 3. You're being too impulsive, criticizing their boldness. Aries is known for jumping into things headfirst without overthinking. They act on instinct and prefer to figure things out as they go. While this can sometimes lead to mistakes, Aries would rather take risks than sit around waiting for the perfect moment. Telling them they are too impulsive can feel like an attack on their natural way of doing things. They see their quick decision-making as a strength, not a flaw. Aries believes in taking action, and they don't want to be held back by overanalyzing. If you're concerned about their choices, instead of criticizing them, try offering thoughtful advice in a way that respects their independent nature. Aries will appreciate input if it feels like guidance rather than control. 4. You can't do that, doubting their abilities. Never tell an Aries they can't do something. They will take it as a personal challenge and set out to prove you wrong, no matter what it takes. Aries thrives on overcoming obstacles and proving their strength. When someone doubts them, it fuels their determination even more. They don't like being told that something is impossible because they believe that limits are meant to be broken. Instead of discouraging them, support their ambition. Even if their goal seems unrealistic, Aries would rather try and fail than not try at all. Encouraging them will only make them more motivated to succeed. 5. Stop being so competitive, challenging their drive. Competition is in Aries' blood. They thrive on challenges, whether in sports, career, or even friendly debates. Aries wants to be the best, and they don't see anything wrong with striving for success. Telling an Aries to stop being competitive is like asking them to change who they are. They love winning, and they enjoy pushing themselves to new heights. If you try to make them feel bad about this, they may see it as an attempt to hold them back. Instead of criticizing their competitive nature, embrace it. If you can match their energy and push them to improve, they will respect you even more. 6. You need to think before you act, pointing out their impatience. Aries is all about action. They don't like waiting, overthinking, or dwelling on problems for too long. They believe that doing something, even if it's not perfect, is better than doing nothing at all. Telling an Aries they need to think more before acting can feel like an insult to their natural instincts. They see their decisiveness as a strength, not a weakness. While they do sometimes make impulsive choices, they also learn quickly from experience. If you think an Aries is rushing into something, try offering your perspective in a way that respects their confidence. Instead of telling them to slow down, suggest alternative approaches that still allow them to take action. 7. You're too selfish, misunderstanding their independence. Aries is one of the most independent signs of the zodiac. They like to do things their way and don't always consider other people's opinions before making decisions. While this can sometimes come across as selfish, Aries does not see it that way. They believe in taking care of themselves first so that they can be strong enough to help others. They respect people who are self-sufficient and don't like being guilt-tripped for prioritizing their own goals. If you feel like an Aries is being too focused on themselves, try expressing your needs in a direct and honest way. They respond best to clear communication rather than passive-aggressive remarks. 8. You're too loud, silencing their energy. Aries is bold, energetic, and full of life. They don't hold back, and their enthusiasm is contagious. Whether they are talking, laughing, or expressing their opinions, they do everything with intensity. Telling an Aries they are too loud or too much can feel like you are trying to suppress their natural energy. They don't want to dim their light to make others comfortable. Instead, they prefer to be around people who appreciate their passion and excitement. If their energy is overwhelming, try setting boundaries in a respectful way rather than trying to shut them down completely. Aries will respond better to honesty than criticism. Final thoughts. Aries is a powerful, passionate, and fearless sign that thrives on challenge and excitement. They are natural leaders who take pride in their independence, ambition, and ability to overcome obstacles. However, their fiery nature also makes them sensitive to criticism that questions their strength or limits their freedom. If you want to maintain a strong relationship with an Aries, be mindful of how you communicate with them. Encourage their boldness, respect their independence, and avoid saying things that make them feel controlled or underestimated. By understanding their personality and avoiding these 8 phrases, you can build a deeper, more positive connection with the Aries in your life.